Can you confirm that the tax on $3 million superannuation funds will only apply to the Prime Minister once he leaves office, that he won't pay any extra tax on his superannuation until he leaves office under your legislative proposal?
I'm so pleased you asked me this question because people have been lying about this. We've had people, I think shamefully, say that the Prime Minister or other senior politicians at the federal level on defined benefits are somehow exempt from this change. They are not. We made that clear that they are included in the legislation we released in November 2023 and in the regulations we released, I think, in March of 2024, more than a year ago. It's been abundantly clear in black and white that the Prime Minister is included here, and people should stop lying about it. Now, to the substance of your question, which I do understand, you're making a more specific point about the calculation. We've been clear about how defined benefits would be treated since we announced the policy. Just as the previous government did with their changes to super, we apply commensurate treatment to defined benefit interests to ensure that there are equivalent tax outcomes, and the same rules apply to everyone on defined benefit schemes without the constitutional exemption, including federal politicians. Now, when it comes to the deferred liability, which is the very specific kernel of your question, these deferred liabilities on defined benefits are consistent with the long-standing approach taken in other areas of super, like the extra contributions tax for high-income earners. Tax liabilities are deferred until the pension phase because members in those schemes can't access their super to pay tax debts until that point. It's a function of necessity that's how that calculation is made, but we charge an interest rate on those liabilities to make sure that people don't receive an inappropriate advantage from the necessity of calculating and paying those liabilities on retirement. And so you have to be very careful with what some people, including I think some of the lower echelons of our political opponents, some of the things that they've said, and unfortunately some of those things which have been reported as fact. You have to be very careful here. Defined benefit schemes like the Prime Minister's are in. They've been in all along. The calculation reflects the same sorts of ways it's been calculated in the past, and because the liability is paid on retirement, there's an interest rate applied to it to make sure that there's no inappropriate benefit. And I genuinely really appreciate the opportunity to clear all of that up because too much has been written about that which has been wrong.